Welcome to the Lippis Report.
Hi everyone, I'm Nick Lippis, and I'm here with Juniper Networks, and it's Ellen Brigham. And Ellen, what do you do at Juniper?
I'm the Director of Marketing.
Excellent, great. Well, we're going to be talking about network design, especially in the data center. We're at iSimCity, and we're testing the EX8216, which is a very large core switch for the data center marketplace, 10 gigabit Ethernet, very high density, low latency, low power consumption, and we'll have all those numbers in the test report so everyone can look at them. But in this particular segment, we want to talk a little bit about design. So there is one fundamental change that's happening in the industry, and that is the use of server virtualization, which has had a ripple effect all across the marketplace, especially in the networking industry, around VM moves from server to server, which drives a lot of change, manual configuration changes in the data center. So there's a lot of solutions out there to that. So I want to talk about Juniper. What is their approach towards kind of data center network fabric design, especially within virtualized infrastructure?
Okay, so we'll start with the 8200, which is being tested this week.
Yep.
And what that is our core switch. We have a unique technology called virtual chassis that works with it, and that allows us to completely eliminate spanning tree.
Right.
And with respect to design, we have virtual chassis both at the core layer and at the access layer. So you basically have two simple layers in your network, no spanning tree in between. We create a fabric at the network edge out of either our 4200s or our 4500s, and then that goes up to the 8200, which also does virtual chassis.
Okay.
This leads us to be able to build very simple data center designs. There's just a few IP addresses to manage, but there are very large fabric domains at the edge. So with respect to virtual machine movement, we were talking about that. Instead of having to go up to a core switch and then come back when you move from rack to rack, you can simply move across the fabric, which is created at the top of all the different racks. And we also have noticed that one of the emerging issues with virtualization is the ability to provision. That the more you have, the more interesting the provisioning and management problem becomes.
Yeah.
So we have an application called Juno Space Virtual Control, which gives you a single pane of glass for provisioning both your virtual and your physical machines at the same time. And this eliminates one of the most common causes of issues with virtual machines, which is configuration.
So does it also give you views into, is it kind of a cross-administrative domain kind of management system, so the folks who are usually managing the virtualized infrastructure and the networking infrastructure can see each other's kind of topologies and networks and be able to manage them?
Yep.
Great, excellent. So I want to pick up on one thing that you said, kind of elimination of spanning tree, which is really key in the data center because it opens up very large pipes, between kind of top of rack switches and the core switches, which really enable them to scale to levels that we've never been able to do before, and eliminates a lot of the oversubscription in the network as well. So that really is a very key enabling technology for scale to occur.
Yes.
Okay, great, excellent. So, all right. We've been hearing about Stratus, so can you give us maybe a quick update on Stratus and how it's progressing?
We haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, okay.
So it's progressing.
Yeah.
And we'll have more to say in 2011.
Okay, all right, very good. Excellent. Excellent, well great, well thank you everyone, and we're going to go inside and take a look at the 8200 now.
Hi, it's Nick Lippis again. I'm here with Ellen Brigham from Juniper, and we're talking about now the 8216, which is the first time it's been tested in a public test of this kind of magnitude. So this is the core switches that go inside the data center. This is one of the most amazing amounts of engineering that we've seen in the industry so far. All of the products that we're testing here, like this week, is probably like the next generation of our industry and all the thought leadership and intellectual property that has gone into these products that allow them to really move packets around within data centers at lightning speed so that when we're on our iPhones or on our iPads or Android tablets, we can get really quick response. So now we're going to talk about the EX8216. So Ellen, why don't you give us a little briefing on it?
Okay, the 8216 was designed to be a best-in-class switch for either the data center or the campus. It's being tested today for its data center capability and its 10 gig, but it's also an excellent campus switch as well. We have oversubscribed 10 gigs so that you can aggregate your wiring closet as well as aggregate your access layer switches for the data center. We have a very large route table as well as large back table, so it does extremely well in data centers with virtualized environments.
Great. Excellent, very good. And you can see the density, like all of these are 10 gigabit links going into like the Ixia testing equipment here. So if you're looking for high density and high performance, you should really consider the 8216. Thank you. Thank you.
That concludes this edition of the Lippis Report. Thank you for joining us. Look for us every Tuesday and Thursday. To get your free subscription to the Lippis Report newsletter, go to www.lippis.com.